Hello friends, and welcome to the 7th video of learning shell scripting. Up to now we have learned what is shell, why shell scripting, type of shell, special character used in shell scripting, written the first script, then we learned numeric comparison and the string comparison, then while loop, for loop, if statement, case statement. We have learned use of external program in shell scripting and the functions. Now we are going to learn how we can write a shell script for a live scenario. So first scenario I'm going to discuss with you to take a daily backup from client machine to server machine. The second scenario we will learn check services like HTTP, SSH and DNS are running on remote server, how you can check these services are running on the remote machine or not. Then the third scenario is find out the services which create load or consuming more resources into the system. So this is the best practice if you find out the panic service which is creating a load and consuming more resources in your system. So let's consider the first example to take daily backup from client machine to server. So to take up daily backup from client machine to server machine, what we are going to perform, we are going to use rsync command. Rsync command is used to take or used to copy the file from one machine to another machine into the network, and this will help to take backup in incremental form. So whatever the copy has done into the resource into the destination machine, it will resume the copy where it was stopped. So it is helps to take backup in incremental form. So we are going to use rsync command in this script. So what we are going to copy, we are going to copy home directory of the user from source machine, and we'll copy this file into the destination machine or the server machine under the client backup directory. This is the client backups, this is under root directory, and the client backup directory, here we are going to copy the home directory of the user, and that should be in machine name. The machine name should be got created as a directory, and in that machine name directory the data will be get copied. So what's generally rsync command do, let me show you with the example. So this is my client machine Baymax, and this is my destination machine, or you can consider it as a server machine. This is a server and this is a client. Server name is Supmax and the client name is Baymax. So I'm going to copy the home directory of user into the root directory of client backup. Here I want to copy the content from client to server. So the command is rsync -r means recursive home. I'm going to copy the content from admin directory, and then after that we will use this directory as a variable. We will consider this as a variable for which the user getting logged in. Whatever user getting logged in, this variable will collect the value from the logged in user, and then it will start copy for that running user. Now you need to type the username by which you are going to copy into the remote machine, and the IP address of the remote machine, and then colon, and then the root directory, client backup, and inside the client backup the directory with the host name. This will help us to check which host, which user and which host are copying file into the server machine, right? This is how the commands looks like. If I press enter, it will ask for password of the remote machine. If I type the password of remote machine, after authentication, data start copy. And if you check here ls, so here is the directory got created with the name of this client machine. If you go inside this directory, you will see this is the directory, or this is the data of home file of the admin user, right? So but while running this command, it is asking for password. So if you schedule this command and once the time arrives to run this command, it will ask for password, and this will not fulfill our requirement because it is asking for password. So how you can remove these things? With the help of authentication based key, copying the public key into the source machine, and use a private key from client machine to get authenticated to source machine. So this is called authentication, key based authentication for SSH. And for this purpose, I'm going to use SSH keygen. It will generate a public and private key. If you press enter, so here is the default location where this public and private key will get generated. If you press enter, so it is saying that the public and private key is already there. Do you want to overwrite? I'm going to overwrite. I press enter. It is asking for passphrase, so you can define whatever passphrase you want to pass, but I don't want to pass. I just press enter and enter again. So now this key got generated and it is using RSA authentication based. If you do cd for this directory, do ls, so here you can see this is the public key and this is the private key. Now copy this public key into the remote machine. So where this public key will get copied, it will get copied inside the home directory of the admin user, because we are copying the file in through admin user. So this key will get copied into the directory of home user, admin user, and it will inside the SSH directory ls. Here is the file where this content will get copied. Right now this file is not having anything. So once I run the command ssh copy id and the username for which we are going to run this command, and this is the source IP address of server IP address. If you press enter, it will ask for admin password of the source machine. So it is asking for admin password of destination machine. If I type the password, so here it is saying that the key is got copied. If you run this command again, so here is the public key of the machine Baymax. This is a client machine and this is a user from you are going to copy. Now if you run this command, it will not ask for password and it will proceed. Fine. So the command runs successfully without asking the password. You can check the Baymax directory is still there. Same way, to run this command or to write this script to take a backup, daily backup from client machine to server machine, we are using rsync command. And here what we are doing, here we are creating one variable which collects the command value, that is who am I. If this command will run and it will collect the current login user and it will get stored into the variable user. And then we are asking to the user to enter the remote server IP where he wants to copy or where he wants to schedule this backup script. And also and this IP address will get stored in server IP variable. And also we are asking user to write the username by which on behalf they are going to copy the file, and we are storing this value into our user variable. Now we are going to check whether this .ssh id rsa, this file is null or not. If this is null, if it is null, then it will run the command ssh keygen and ssh copy id. Okay, it will generate the public and private key, and it will copy the public key with the name user here, whatever user you provide and whatever IP you provide. So it will copy the public IP into the remote machine, and then this loop will get closed, and then it will start running this command. And this is the username, this is server IP, and this is a directory, this is the host name by which this data will get copied. And if this command is run successfully, it will, if its value is 0, then backup completed successfully. If the value is not equal to 0, then it will return something went wrong, right? So this is how we have written this script. Let's run this script. So here script is already written. Let me remove the directory from the server. Sorry. Here is the directory. Let me remove it. Now nothing is here. The script is already ready. Let me run it. sh backup.sh. Now it is asking me the IP address of the remote machine 6. This is the IP address, and I'm going to copy with username admin. Okay, script is running. Now it is saying something went wrong. What happened? rsync change directory, home root failed, no such file or directory found, because it is not getting copy anything from root user. So what I will do, I will change the user from root to admin, and then we are going to copy from the admin user. So here is the backup script, sh backup.sh. Could not resolve host name or service not found. Let's run it again. So it is asking for the IP address of remote machine, username of the remote machine. Okay, this is the first time it is asking for the fingerprint. This is a fingerprint, and if you say yes, it will stored for the remote machine. And now it is asking for the admin password. This is first time it will ask, and for the second time it will not. because it is going to add SS public key from client to server machine. Here I'm getting message that backup completed successfully. If you do ls, here you can see the BMX directories got created. Now let's learn how you can check services HTTP, SSH and DNS are running on remote service. So what is our target command? Our target command is to do systemctl -h for remote machine. This is for host, and this is the username of the remote machine, and this is the IP of the remote machine, and then we are going to check status, and this is the service name, and whatever the output will come will go into the null. And if this command runs successfully, it will return the value service is running on IP, or it will break the while loop. Here is the while loop. If it is not true, if it is not run successfully, it will return the value type correct service name or service not running, and this loop will get continue. Here again it will ask to enter service name. Okay, so what we are doing here, we are asking to the server IP, we are asking the username for the remote machine where we are checking the service is running or not, and then we are storing this IP into the IP variable, we are storing the username into user variable, and then we are asking to enter the service name, and the service name will get stored into the service variable. Then here user coming from here, IP will coming from resource IP, status is service name. So the command will get continue. How it works, let me show you. So if I run command systemctl -h and the username by which you are going to check the services on remote machine. If you wanted to check into the remote machine 192.168.1.6 and you wanted to check status of the SSH, if you press enter, sorry, it should be SSHD. If you press enter, it will go into the remote machine and check the status from the remote machine. I need to type password again of the remote machine. So here it is saying it is active. So whatever the output is coming here, it will go to the null file and it will return the service is running, right? So let me show you how it works. So here is the script. Let me save it, change the permission. Service.checksh. Now run this service. So it will ask for the remote machine 1.6. It will ask for username, it will ask for the service name SSHD. If you press enter, it will ask the password for remote machine for user admin. If you type the password, it will return the value the service is running on this machine, right? We are going to check, we are going to find out the service which create loads or consuming more resources into the system. So this is a target command that we are going to perform to check which service is creating load and consuming more resources. So this is the command ps. I'm using option -e, e and o, and pid, ppid, cmd this modulo mem and modulo cpu. We are sorting this column with modulo memory with the help of memory, and we are displaying only 5 heads. So EO option, as you know, PS command is used to show the process snap. EO is option of PS allow you to specify the output format. This is the output format. We are going to see PID of the process, show the process PID. PPID is the parent process ID. PPID means parent process ID, and CMD is the executable file associated with the process. What process is executing the file is showing by this column, and modulo mem means RAM utilization, modulo CPU means CPU utilization will be shown, and hyphen short command is shorting the services or process with the memory, with the consuming of memory, and it will display the 5 lines only. Okay, let me show how this command will run. Hyphen eo, then PID, PPID, then CMD, comma modulo mem, comma modulo CPU, and we are going to sort it, is equal to memory right, and then we are going to sort it with the head of 5 line only. So it will return in the column PID, PPID, CMD, memory utilization, CPU utilization. So genome shell is consuming more RAM, so here it is displaying the value. We are going to use this command to see which service is creating load and consuming more resources. So we are going to run this command. To find out the process ID. We are also giving the option to the user to find out the PID of the service and whether he wants to kill that service or not. So this option we are also providing to the user. So with this command we are going to find out the process ID, and with this command we are going to find out which file this process is consuming, and then we ask user to type yes to kill the process, and this is default option which is already selected no. If user does not put anything over here, the answer will be considered as no, and we are using no as a variable. If its value is null, then it will CMD still run. So we shown the output as a process, the name of the CMD file, and it is still running. And if user press yes, then it will run the command kill with -9 option. This is the PID, and it will return the value process killed successfully. Let me show you how this script will run. Here the script already ready. Let me save it. Now if you run this script, it will show the first 5 process which is consuming the memory 7.3, and then it will ask type yes to kill process 11661, means this process genome shell, and here is the default option selected. If you press no, it will do nothing, and it will return the value that process this genome is still running. If you again run this command and if you press yes, so it will kill this process, but this terminal will get closed because it is associated with this command, right? So this is how we run or learn this is how we perform the shell scripting task. We have performed the live scenario, which is most of the system admins are using to perform this activity. So here are some references where I use to create this video. So thank you for watching. Bye bye.